Test, test. Hello, hello. Testing, 1, 2. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm your fire host, Amber, and welcome back to today's stream. And I believe we got a raid. It looks like we got a raid. Hey everybody! Oh my gosh, why am I talking like that? Oh my gosh, I barely slept last night, so I think we're gonna build this fish tank in a haze. Cleo raid, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in! Now let me put the bubble alerts over here, because we're gonna build some fish today. Welcome raiders, if we haven't met, I'm Ember. I can't English? You know, they put me in ESL classes. They put me in ESL classes, despite it being my first language. What does it mean? I can't! Thank you, Silver Joker, for 10 berries. The Joker, baby! I'm the Joker. I actually have not watched any of the Joker movies, so I feel like a fraud when I say that. My only knowledge is I'm the Joker, baby. I'm like, you can convince me. He says that 4 times in the movie. You can convince.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Thank you, Joe.
Good morning, Ember.
Good morning, Joe. I put the E in ESL. What is EFL class? Ember for lifers? Only the first one is good. What do you mean? It's not from the movie? He doesn't actually say I'm the Joker, baby? No way.
Fishburr.
He doesn't actually say I'm the Joker, baby, in the Joker movies? What the hell? 0 out of 10 movie. Thank you so much, Jen, for the 5 gifted memberships. Welcome 5 new kindlings. Yeah, so funny thing is, I had a casual. Actually, let me respond to this before my freaking ADHD brain forgets it. Fish tank assembler getting the stuff for it. Research picking the fish tank, getting the stuff for it, and then I think we can try an assembly stream when I feel ready, because it's been a miniature dream of mine to have a fish, and now that I have my own place, we can begin the dream. I don't have the funds right now for a fish, but I think within like 2 paychecks, maybe 1 or 2, we can have the fish. Also, thank you so much, Silver, for 5 doubloonies. Fishburr, silverfish. Actually, no silverfish. I have an idea of what I would like, but maybe my decisions will change as it goes on. And why is it so hard to speak? These are the first words coming out of my mouth today.
Thanks for the doubloonies.
Can I move the fish tank, the bowl?
Enjoy the stream.
Is that better? Why did you ask me to do that? What do you mean by that? Honestly though, we could have a fish in there. Oh my gosh, it's Mari_CN. Why is that so much better? It's a lot better now. It must have been like the negative space and stuff like. Oh my god, anonymous. Enjoy the stream. Oh my god, I just choked out by saliva. I tend to do that. Holy moly. Thank you so much, Anonymous, for the 500 doubloonies. Thank you, Anonymous. You know, if you ever want to reveal yourself, I'll give you... I'll get a fish and name it after you. Just you. And everybody else. We can have a cajillion shrimp! Thank you so much, Tendies, for the 5 berries. Buy 1 glass bowl. Step 2, add water. Step 3, add fish. Important to do step 2 and 3 in order. What if I just added fish and then water? It's like giving it a bath. Like giving it a bath. These fish will never know what hit them. Oh wait, we want them live? I'm sorry, in what realm did you think this was gonna be? You thought this was a hit on fish? I have my mother for that. Growing up, do you know how many fish my mother has? I'll get into that later. Thank you, V2 Buttermilk Enjoyer. Thank you for the 5 berries. Nice outfit. Thank you. I wore it. Actually, wear this almost every day. I actually don't remember the last time I washed this jacket, but you're not. You're supposed to develop the patina for leather jackets. Drowning fish sounds like a job skill. Make the impossible possible. You can turn any bad trait into a good one if you bullshit hard enough. Thank you, Kane, for 27 millennia. We're not making it out of the fish tank with this one, and that's okay. I've actually never seen the show Fish Tank. Wait, is it Shark Tank? It's Shark Tank. Is there a show called Fish Tank? Sharks? Guppies? Hello, welcome in! You can drown a fish if you deoxygenate the water. This guy fishes! This guy fishes. See, it was either get into actually fishing or get into fish. And, well, I think fishing might cost a lot more and requires more physical skill. Honestly though, if I could, I would love to go fishing, especially like ice fishing or like saltwater fishing. Oh, it'd be so nice. Eventually you'll do both. I've never caught a fish in my life. And the one time the line, was showing any action, by the time I pulled it up, the bait was gone. My little worm bait, gone. I was basically just feeding the fish. Slow your roll, you ain't ice fishing off the rip. Okay, one of my coworkers, he's like an older man, but he was like, yeah, you should meet my wife sometime. We go ice fishing, you should come check it out. I was like, yeah, sure. But I have no idea what that even entails. I don't even know what I need to bring. It's probably really cold, hence ice fishing. I might even melt the ice by just sitting on it. And he's just like, it's okay. You can just chill and like, we can have like food and stuff. So he implied that, he would have all the gear and I could like sit and watch. But how long does it take to fish a fish from the ice? That makes no sense. How do you fish in ice? I guess they have to melt the fish out of the ice whenever they catch it. Oh, my throat. I need to drink more oiter today. I'm not... This is actually juice. What do you mean out of the ice? Don't you fish them up in blocks? Don't you have to excavate the fish out of the ice? It's still underwater underneath? No. That would just be water fishing. This is ice fishing, silly. You make a hole in the ice to get the fish out. You make a hole in the ice to get the fish out. How's fish going? It just began. What kind of Looney Tunes shit would that be? Looney Tunes is parallels real life more often than you think. I kind of love the timing of it happening right after you move the fish bowl. Comedic timing is my second, third, fourth, fifth Seventh nature. I wasn't gonna go the 6-7 route. I'm learning. I'm growing. You're gonna drive your truck into a wall painted like a tunnel. No, I feel like that's genuinely happened before. I bet you $100. Oh god. I bet you $100. Maybe I should clear my throat. Does this happen to you guys? Whenever you first wake up, speaking of waking up, I think I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. What I meant to say about 10 minutes ago was I had a stress melty, so I started walking around, like just going on a walk so I could get my 10,000 steps. But as I was walking, I was like like Chopper from One Piece, crying. So I look like a goldfish right now. And then I took a picture of myself and I sent it to Dizzy. So she has a photo of me crying for the comedy. Why did it have a melty? I think I just felt like stressed, even though life was moving forward. I just felt stressed. You know when you start to think about too much at one time, and I was like, oh my god, I have to pursue legal, and I have a couple $1,000s that they are, you know, like, will I get it back? Maybe, maybe not. And then I think I got a big overwhelm. Ooh. Tanked is the show about making fish tanks. Wait, I think I know what you're talking about, United. That's kind of like that niche genre of show where, you know, shows where it's like Pimp My Ride or The Storage Wars, Ink Master. Also, Fish by the Foot, thank you for 36 millennials. I got my security deposit back from that place, but because they had promised to reimburse hotel fees because they basically didn't tell me until the day of that I couldn't move in because I didn't get permits. And normally you sign like your lease. Well, thankfully I did not sign a lease, so there's no further binding agreements. But I had to stay at a hotel for a couple of weeks instead of just starting the move. At least I dodged a bullet. There's a silver lining in everything. Cause can't you just use TNT? Okay, if I Google if someone has ever rammed their car into a painting of a tunnel, I can bet y'all it's happened. I'm waiting for some other finance stuff to settle for like at least a paycheck or two, and then I will go and find a lawyer. Let's see. Has anyone ever crashed their car into a painted Are you sure it's happened? I feel like it has to have happened. Oh my god. It's happened twice. It's happened twice. No way. Wait. Okay, so it may be more than twice. What the? Look at this. Woman in Mexico mistook a painted tunnel for the real deal. The Looney Tunes is real! Fun fact, the reason they don't sell the black is black paint color for the public anymore is because someone keeps drawing fake tunnels on the wall. That just reminds me... Wait, this tunnel doesn't even make sense. It's not like a straight-on tunnel. It curves. Wait, there's actually 3. Wait, there might be 4. I have a lot of pictures of these now. The Looney Tunes is this is not even realistic. To let Sakana drive. So, when you mention the Black is Black, it makes me think of, you know that British artist? What's his name? Anish Kapoor? Kapoor? Where he like went and bought the rights to Vanta Black. So it was like considered at the time like the blackest of black paint. And then there was a whole dramatic artist thing where a different artist wanted to feud with him. Where they retaliated. I think they made like the most hyper pigmented pink, and they're like, everyone can buy it except for that guy. Literally except for that guy. And then they went and they crowdsourced the even blacker black paint, and they're like, everyone can buy it except for that guy. Yes, this happened. You might recognize the artist that gate kept the initial black Vanta black color. You know the Cloud Gate sculpture? The big bean sculpture in Chicago? That's the guy who sculpted the big bean. And it's also the same guy who is like, I want all rights to Vanta Black. And then the other artists were like, get a load of this guy. We'll make it even blacker black. And let's ban him from ever using it. And he, by the way, he hates when you call it the bean. So you should call it the bean. Da bean. Da bean. But I think that's a pretty fun little little art drama story. Da bean. I mean, he shouldn't have made it a bean then. Wiley is it Wile Coyote? It's Wile E. Wile space E. Dot Coyote. Wile Coyote. Wile Coyote can't keep getting away with this. He can, and he will, Jagal. Thank you for the 2 berries, and thank you, Ham. Hope you get through these stressful times. Also, can you put the red indents Uber in the fishbowl like a tiny decoration? Atake. Oh my god, it's the layer before the fishbowl. This is pretty cute, though. How cute! It looks like I'm drowning, actually. Close enough. Thank you so much, Ham, for the 5 berries. And to you, my wildfire kindling. Happy 26 Valerias! He's a coyote. He can't be charged with human crimes. I'm sure there's animal crimes. I mean, we've all seen Zootopia. Wait, they're making a movie about Wile E. Coyote? For what? For the boomers? Does the younger generation even know who Wile E. Coyote is? What do you mean movie? Is it a live action? Is it like Beastars? Coyote versus... Wait, this is real. What? Oh my god, my fake bar. It's just... the crumbs. Wait, with John Cena. It looks kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, so it's kind of like the Space Jam vibe where he's set in the real world, but he himself is 2D. He's like a VTuber, oh my god. Thank you, Wolfie, for 30 millennials. Aren't we all just drowning in the fishbowl of life? If you want to get poetic about it, yeah. If I were a fish, I would say, just pull me backwards until I drown. But I'm not a fish. Space Jam is Looney Tunes. Space Jam is Looney Tunes? Yeah, but like... Yeah, but Yeah, but Space Jam is like Michael Jordan and Friends, you know, like... It's not the same. The curtains close and it just says, Finn... ... Finish me! That doesn't mean you can't get fished. That is true. Fishing with a PH? Not yet, Kyle, but I will. Wait, how many of y'all are pretty knowledgeable? Here, have a poll. I want to know how much... What's your fish knowledge? I got a fit. Nothing. Add option. Wait. Here's the poll. You have 3 options. Check out the what's your fish knowledge? Do you have a fish? You got a cool fish? Are you a beginner? Wait, surprisingly? Surprisingly? There's quite a bit of knowledgeable people in here. Hi, welcome in. You're not a sturgeon. Oh my gosh. If you were a sturgeon, I would harvest you for your caviar. I would eat it straight out of your... I mean... You're making me remember there's a Space Jam 2, and I don't think I like that. There's a Space Jam 2 with LeBron James. Which one was better? Probably the first one. Used to have an aquarium. You have fish to fight. You don't know, but you could lie. As long as they're pretty lies, I'll take them. Man, I thought there was only one spaceship. That's what I thought too. So with fish, well, you know, today we are starting the baby steps where chat helps me build a fish tank. And I feel like it's gonna go well. Fish tanks are like prison. So I theoretically should be good at this, right? It was only brought to my mind today that fish tanks are basically like prisons. A fish prison. So I should be great at making fish tanks. What fish am I gonna get? We can figure that out together. I have a list. I was doing research, and every time the research would tell me, that's not a beginner fish, I would just think, yeah, but... They ain't me. Yeah, but they look cool. Thank you, Fishy. How are you gonna steal Mari's fishbowl crown? By scalping her, just like I did everybody else. I don't have all the new wigs yet, but I'll get them. Thank you. Slowly escaping for Ember puts me in her tank. You might already be in the tank before you realize it. The tank might be an invisible prison. The tank might be a metaphor. A metaphor! Can't believe my Oshi's a scalper. Yo, but I get by. I just pretend that I actually play the game, and then I'll buy like 5 packs of 5 boxes of the cards. You had a mini catfish, but everybody else died. The catfish killed them. I hate to break it to you. But your small, seemingly unassuming, peaceful catfish killed your other fish. Can you bring your cat? Oh my gosh. Does anyone have fish with cats? I need a closed tank, don't I? Okay, 16% of y'all have cool fish, or you're lying. But I would like to think you are fish tank owners. But where do I begin though? Do we pick the fish first? Or do we go with the tank size? Fish first? Tank size. Fish. Fish first. Okay. We're gonna have to keep it to fresh water, cuz I feel like salt water is a bit not too beginner friendly. Tank first, then you know what you're working with. What if we pick a fish and it's like you actually need a 20-gallon tank for that? Pick tank first since it determines my fish options. Do not get marine fish as a beginner, but they look cool. They look cool. Saltwater fish is the kind of fish where you're eating at one of those restaurants and you see, like you're eating at a rainforest cafe and you're like, whoa, what a cool fish. What's the worst that could happen? They die? You used to own a betta fish, but they didn't work out well. Or last well, they died within days? Owning a turtle was easier. I had a pet turtle. I had a pet turtle. I don't remember what happened to it. I was very young. I think my uncle just brought a turtle for my cousin and I. And yeah. I don't remember what happened to it. Saltwater not harder, but people get away with not taking care of freshwater more. I was thinking our max tank size should be like 5 to 10, which I feel like should be good for most fish. That's huge. Yeah, is it big? Is it? 5-gallon tank. Fish are like guns? Somehow that makes a lot of sense. Ten is quite big. Okay, what about in between? Like a 7. They fit? That doesn't seem that big. Okay. Beginner fish. This is what pops up. This thing. Does anyone here know what this is? A fish? A corridoras. Hablos español, Dora. Amber, thank you for the 2 berries, Kusa. Don't worry, fish. I'm gonna take care of you, because I know one day you'll do the same for me. You're giving me main character energy with fish. It's, this is one of the fish that was brought up often whenever I was looking at beginner fish. I'm gonna be honest. It's a little ugly. But like, kind of cute in a weird way. But I did find out a cute quirk about them in the Cory catfishes. So they I guess you can call it winking, where one eye kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's like their eye, one eye kind of rolls away, so it looks like they wink. How can it be ugly and cute at the same time? Well, there's plenty of things that are ugly and cute. Like babies. You ever look in the mirror sometimes? Like me! Lamau, okay, I'm kidding. Babies are balls of mush for the first year. Yeah, they kind of look like wrinkly miniature old people that have been shrunken down to an odd size, but like it's not socially acceptable to tell people that like yo baby ugly. Yo baby is ugly. But I kind of like that their eyes can like move individually from one another. Bad things about Cory catfish. Honestly, half of chat seems to have fish experience and the other half does not. More than I thought. Keeping only one makes them scared and stressed and inactive. They do not eat algae. And then they'll starve if aggressive tank mates steal all the sinking food. They also have spines in their fins that can release a weak toxin if they feel threatened or get stressed during handling, causing a pain similar to a bee sting. Oh. Really? That's not what I expected from a beginner fish. Chad! A crayfish? No, then I'll think about my pet my little pet mud bug every time I eat them. You know, when I eat them, I reassemble their bodies and then line them up. People think I'm insane for it, but I just it saves more plate space. It allows you to eat more, and it lets you see directly how many of them you've eaten. It's not like you should be grabbing your fish by hand. Fish I can pet. Fish I can pet by hand. You do you, boo. Touching a fish is generally discouraged. Where did the lady bad touch you? Wait. Human hands carry oil, soap, chemicals that can damage a fish's protective slime coat. What if I'm the king slime? And the fish find it disrespectful? Disrespect these. My bad. I should put this on a tier list. What do we make the tiers though? Okay, S tier. We could have good vibe tier. Filler tier. And then suspicious. band tier. Maybe I need like a looks like it knows a secret. Probably can talk tier. Do. Put that fish in B tier. Where's my fish window? Okay, wait. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Wonderful. The top tier needs a name. What do we call it? What do we call the top tier? Instant draft. What the fuck are those tiers? What do you mean? They make sense, don't they? Do they not make sense? They make sense. They make sense. Aw, I could just drag it. Okay, I have to upload the pictures! Unless... I have to actually upload the picture. Let me see... How do I do this? How about I upload all the pictures? Maybe that's easier. Oh, okay, let me upload multiple. Okay, cool. Probably can talk. We watched Nemo. Doctor. Oh wait. Thank you for the 5 berries, Jube. So that's why Sakana became fishman. He was badly touched. What do you mean? What does that mean? Are you assuming he was a fish that became a man or a man that became a fish? I do not want to think about him getting bad touched. Put the fish out of its misery. What does that even mean? Wait. Stop. Thank you, Krisa. Doctor, I'm sorry, but your friends don't have insurance. Saltwater fish. I don't care what it costs. Just make this girl well again. Ember. Thank you, Fit. What is this soap opera? I'm gonna scream. So where are we putting the catfish? You think it has good vibes? Maybe it's like a filler fish. Or is it a little suspicious? It's definitely not an instant draft. Literal bottom feeder. Is that why you think it has good vibes? I see you. I see you. Oh, it's a Family Guy gag. Lately, the last one I remembered... So you know how like celebrities are getting hyper skinny and they have like eating disorders and whatnot? Well, under one of the videos of a celebrity, somebody had commented... I think it was the episode where it's Lois. And then she like lifts up her shirt to show her ribs, and then the other girl plays on her ribs. Like a xylophone. You thought it was just Ariana Grande? Probably. It could be just her. It could be more. I don't actually remember what the episode was about. But I'm guessing it's about that. Move this up. There we go. Filler fish. Goodbye, Corey. Do people actually do main fish tanks with the corridors though? The next fish I have might be exciting for some of y'all. I know it's exciting for me. Thank you, Prague. Alexa, play Just Keep Swimming from Finding Nemo. Can Alexa actually do that? Alexa, play Finding Nemo. Oh, Lois wanted to be a model? There was a period where I think modeling required you to be like an extra small. Corey in the house. Fish. I love the Corey in the house opening. It's the best anime ever. Zankoku na tenshi no. I had you on speaker in the living room and Alexa heard you. So it can't. Wait, did it actually start playing Finding Nemo? Or some song related to Finding Nemo? Owie, kaze ga ema, mune no doan. Somehow you think that's the wrong opening. No, that's definitely the correct. I might be confusing it for the ending, but I'm pretty sure it's the opening of Cory in the House. Thomas the Tank Engine was a great anime. It's kind of weird. I kind of like it. That's the opening. Don't worry about it. See? Now my family's going to think I was super nostalgic. It's a cute movie. There's a lot of quotable like iconic scenes from Finding Nemo. Fish are friends, not food, or just keep swimming. P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way. P. Sherman. Okay, so we have. This is my next fish. You guys know what this one is? Ooh. You know what this is? It's a fish! Tiny tetra. Neon tetra. Alright. So growing up, my mother was obsessed. She loved fish, and she was obsessed with the neon tetra fish. But they never lived longer than a month. Do you know how many? She's killed entire bloodlines. And I didn't fully understand it when I was a kid. But she would get so sad. And now I feel like I need to call her up and ask her, like, what were you doing with your fish? Why did they all die? Aren't they? They're supposed to be beginner fish.
Adber, my beloved, good to see you back after your Helen moving.
Fudgy! Adber. She's an ad! She's an ad! Right, you guys are saying they're easy to keep. Like, are they actually? Was she really that bad? Thank you, Fudgy, for 6 doubloonies. Mom, remember the trauma that all your dead fish gave you? Well, I'm here to remind you. I'm here so that you never forget. Cardinal Tetra Mog Neon Tetra? What is a Cardinal Tetra? Cardinal Tetras. Ooh! there's a lot. Hold up. Hold up. There's a lot. Oh. Whoa! Wait, the Cardinals do look... They look sick. They do look cooler. Okay, but are they all similar levels of like easy to take care of? There's just one that says blue. Just blue. The rummy nose one is cute. They're so cute. They look like they're holding their anger in their head. Rummy nose grows big. Easiest tetras to take care of. Neon tetras. Keep in schools of at least 6. That's probably pretty entertaining. They coexist well with peaceful, non-aggressive species. Fishes in schools are quite tanky. Well, my mother managed to kill all of them. I remember coming home from school, like walking back home from school, and then going in, and she like comes to me and she's just like, "Oh no!" Like no context, just, "Oh no!" And I'm like, what happened? Why? What was wrong? She's like, "Look, come look." So she would take me to like the back and show me her little fish tank. She's like, "Look." And in it, there's like an upside down. It's upside, like it's a clearly dead. And I just remember being like, "Did your fish die?" She's like, "I don't know what happened. My fish died." But the thing is, it wasn't just in like a fish bowl. It was in like a tank with like the bubbly filtration system. I don't know. Like genuinely. It felt like a reoccurring thing that would happen every couple of months. Where I would come home and she'd just be like, "Oh no! Oh no!" And then the fish is dead. Are neon fish really that easy to take care of? Yes and no. They're marketed as the ultimate beginner fish, but they can be sensitive. They demand a fully cycled, stable tank. Oh, speaking of which, if I ever get a tank, I have to do all the water stuff, all the. Bro, a cheap $20 Walmart aerator would have kept them alive longer. I'm pretty sure if I just blew bubbles into the tank with a straw, it might have kept them alive longer. And the thing is, she was very passionate. We would go to the fish store together, and whenever the guy would help us pick out the fish, she would pick the brightest, prettiest ones. She'd be like, no, can I get that one? That one right there in the back. And so he would have to like, you know, fish around to grab it because there's like 40 of them in the tank. She'd be like, "Okay, now I want this one." Only to bring them back and kill them. Like all of that work just to kill the pretty ones. Honestly, I feel like they're good vibes. They remind me of how often... I feel like it's definitely a good vibe fish. She also cooked them after they die. I actually recently watched a video of somebody cooking. I think their content is that they're trying to cook every single fish. So they filleted like this feels evil, but like, do you know who I'm talking about? Cooking every fish in the world. And I think his videos went viral, but he's had videos where he's cooked goldfish. I think he's cooked a tetra. Nash! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted membership. Thank you. Goldfish is a small carp. Welcome 5 new kindlings. Yeah, the video went viral. Did they taste fishy? I'm honestly not sure. If goldfish are carp, I can't imagine them to like... I can't imagine that they taste that great. I doubt goldfish taste like the cheesy snack crackers. Because they're... aren't they like bottom feeders? Well, actually, we love eating bottom feeders. Never mind. It just don't got a lot of meat on them. He did cook a clownfish. We literally eat catfish. Yeah, you do. But do they smile back? The snack that smiles back. I actually think the snack of goldfish is so overrated. I think Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its are the adult woman's take. Goldfish are for children. The amount of people who don't know fish slowly going up. You guess the dedicated fish owners are more excited. No. Honestly, 19% who have cool fit and 29% who are beginners. That's a lot. Every kiss begins with kick. Are goldfish koi? No. They are different species, but they both belong to the carp family. They descend from the crucian carp. If you've played Animal Crossing, you probably know what that is. While koi descend from the common carp. You can eat goldfish. You can eat technically any fish if you really put your mind to it. Next fish. Okay, so another one that was recommended for beginners are these I mean, honestly the tetras are pretty cool. They're basically they're rave fish. Neon lights, bright colors, raving time. Where's my list of fish? Where's my list of fish? Somebody had mentioned earlier easy fish. Do I have to scroll up? Alright, chat, recommend me a fish. Recommend me a fish. If fish tank like prison, we do have prison fish. We do have... Where did I put the photo? Where is the photo of my fish? What's my favorite fish? Honestly, it's between the goldfish or the betta fish. Chili rasbora. That's a very fancy name for... Wait, they do look like... They look... They're kind of... They look like chili peppers. That's like the best way to describe them. They look like chili peppers. The dwarf gouramis. Gourami. Dwarf gourami. These are pretty cute. They're pretty cute. Yoink. Save. Gourami. Honestly, I did think about shrimp too. I hear shrimp are a lot easier to take care of. What should I categorize this fish as? Banned? Instant draft. Probably can talk. Sus. Suspicious. Fentfit. Banned. Suspicious. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of mixed discourse. Where's the eat tier? Sus, banned, and instant draft. Looks like it knows a secret. Instant draft. She will corrupt other fish. Probably can talk. Knew all of the above tier. You saw one of those on the street corner leaning the other day. Does this fish need water, though? Thank you, boy! Thank you for 2 berries. Mari is in the whole hog category. I don't know if I can handle the whole hog. Chat, can you handle the whole hog? Can you crank it? Yeah, you can? No hezzy? No. You can try. Yeah? Oh yeah? What a question! You know what? I want to try. Okay. You know what? I like your gusto. No, but you're told you can handle Amy's summer seed. Yeah, but that's different from handling a whole hog. Of course you can handle her summer seed. But can you handle the entire sunflower? Speaking of which, did you know you can actually eat sunflowers? Apparently it's not too far off from corn, so if I ever get my hands on a giant sunflower head, we can eat it on stream together. The question is, can it handle me? Oh yeah! You can barely handle your own. Maybe not crank it, but you can tank it. Oh, you're gonna take it. You're gonna take the whole hog. It's good to know. I guess this is where I'm supposed to say I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for taking that whole hog. Wait, you've tried sunflower? Can you tell me what it tastes like? The videos I've seen of people eating it say it tastes like kind of like corn. I want to try it. You can take it. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. Awesome. Only the sunflower seeds. No, but do they actually, because you harvest them in a stage where it's like where the seeds aren't as mature and hard, and then apparently you can grill it, season it, and eat it. That's some fancy prep for it. I want to try it. Whenever I see a food that I've never gotten my delectable on, I have to try it. So if you ever ask me if I would eat out a starfish, I would. I would tongue a starfish so readily. You don't even have to ask twice. I would make sure I get every last bit. You're not supposed to eat the hard parts of the starfish, but I heard that some species of starfish are edible, and their insides or whatever, like the soft part that they eat, it's like a paste, like you basically eat their internal organs. And it's supposed to taste kind of like uni. But also, if you eat one not meant for human consumption, they're supposedly very toxic. But I saw someone eat a starfish, like they tried to eat it. And now I want that experience. It might be terrible, but I think I romanticized it. Googling how I can become a starfish right now. Let me know when you get back to me on that. We can set up an appointment. I think I romanticized it in my head to taste like sea urchin.
Thanks for the doubloon.
And I love uni. Oh, starfish!
I
Hi.
have no idea how I'm supposed to feel about this. Very complicated mix of emotions.
That's not a no. Average Ember stream. Thank you, Jackal. I'm not hearing a no, starfish. It's definitely not a no, but I'm a little scared. Well, don't be too scared. I don't know if you're like one of them fish that... You know when animals and fish and stuff get scared? They secrete things that make their meat taste bad. Never change, Eber. Only for the better. Yeah, don't get too scared or stressed. Your meat or your innards might lose good flavor. Because sometimes, you know, when animals get scared, their body releases certain hormones. And then the meat turns like firmer. Honestly, there are worse ways to go. Exactly! I'd be very kind. I would freeze you first. Actually, I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to go about it. Safe to say that the starfish is in the hair meow cake. Thank you, Abby. No, I would. See, someone says stressed tuna tastes mid. Is there any room left on the cake? There's always room. There's plenty of room. I'm talking about eating a starfish. Come on, let's see. Apparently, it's a local delicacy in some parts of Asia, like China and Japan. How do I feel about Patrick Star? He's kind of thick. He probably has some meat on him if I were to open him up. You thought starfish was a euphemism? For what? Oh. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Let me add... Let me add Mari. I just added a bunch of different fish. Here we go. I feel like this fish is a little sus. It's somewhere between you almost want to ban it, you want to instantly draft it, but it also looks like it can talk. It knows a secret or two. Sparkling Grammy? There's a sparkling one. Surfer in the hood. That fish is leaning. Oh, wait, this one looks cool. Ooh. This one looks cool. Save. A sparkling Gurami. Can we put Mari Mari in 2 tiers? She's Mari Mari after all, not just Mari underscore Ian. Yeah, but do the fish play well with each other? Is it a solo tank experience? Or do I need 2 Maris to make the other Mari happy? This is a sparkling Gurami. Ah! Let's see. It can croak like a tiny frog. What? Wait, this fish can croak. Wait, what do you mean it can croak like a frog? All of these need at least 10-gallon tanks. I mean, 10-gallon can't be like that big, right? And their eye color changes depending on the light. I need proof. During courtship, the female performs an unusual routine. Also, thank you, Fishy, for the 5 berries. I know she's not part of Faye's fish family, but in another water, I think we can put the yunfish in the chart. The yunfish? The sunfish? Do do do. The yunfish. I didn't know they did mating dances like that. The female fish in her mating courtship dance turns upside down during the spawning embrace. Oh. To direct her eggs upwards towards the bubble nest. That's so cute! The bubble nest! Apparently, when fish are very happy, they can make bubble nests. And bubble nests are also used to put the eggs. Put the eggs in there. You love fighting fish because they fight till the very end. Really? Do they just fight until they're... Wait, there's panda cories? We have the catfish-looking Corridora. I learned that they could wink. But the panda ones are pretty cute, though. The panda ones are cute. Holy big picture. That's pretty darn cute. I need a piranha. A piranha. Panacories are smaller and cuter. Is this the cool fish category? Is it cool? They're like the cleaner fish. They don't be cleaning the algae though, apparently. Apparently a 10-gallon tank can hold a single beta-sized fish or 10 nanofish. That's honestly not that much for such a big tank, but I get it. They gotta be in a good environment. Panda! Thank you so much for joining my membership. Welcome to Kindling. You're terrified of piranhas? They'll just nip and bite at you. Don't make me angry though, I'll feed you to the piranhas. I'll be like, stick your hand in there, stick your hand in there. Panda Corridora. They're quite cute. Wait, let me see what kind. Different kinds of corridoras. Hablas español, Dora? There's actually quite the different variety of them. But they all look like they've seen some shit. You know what I mean? Like, they look like they've gone through hell and back. Did I get to save this image? Did I save it? Look at this. They all have that look to them. Which one tastes the best, though? Thank you, Cobra. Have a good time being a lumberjack. I bet the ladies love it. But they love it. It's got the 1,000-yard stare. The look of shock. They don't taste good. I'll let you know. My next stream, cooking every fish I could find. The peppered ones taste the best. They come pre-seasoned. This is pretty darn cute. I don't know. I think... Okay, so... Here. We're here. No starfish. I'll be saving the starfish feast for when I'm ready. For when it's time. Where's my fit? We do have goldfish. Could have gotten a better picture of a goldfish. Are goldfish beginner friendly fish? I feel like they're probably not because they're big. Thank you, Panda, for 3 millenniums. No eating pandas, please, even if it. But so cute and meaty. Why is it what? Oh, what big eyes you have. You can't ask that. If you're from Africa, why are you white? You can't ask that. Yeah, so you know the saying of like, you know how I'm always like, I have the memory of a goldfish. They actually have pretty good memory. They can remember people. They can solve mazes. So what's my excuse? I don't have one anymore. Okay, what is the animal with the worst memory? Like, you're telling me goldfish have object permanence? Oh, it's hamsters. And chimpanzees. Chimpanzees? Wait, that's kind of surprising. Hamsters have a short-term memory span of about 3 seconds. My interactions with Amy make a lot of sense now. And chimpanzees tend to forget after 20 seconds. But they have good short memory. Goldfish can remember things for months. Animals only evolve the capacity to remember what helps them live and find food. Chimpanzees have short-term memories that last roughly 20 seconds, which is surprisingly shorter than that of many rodents. What? Thank you, Silithan. Or is it Silithan? Thank you, Sile. Sounds like you need some Germinator fish. Germinator as in... Germinator as in Terminator? Aggressive aggro fish? Hasta la vista, baby. Come with me if you want to live. Goldfish gives you spoon-fed baby vibes. They're really cute. Okay, so if I were to get a goldfish... Wait. Goldfish... What? Goldfish are messy, high-waist fish, so they're constantly pooping. And for a single fancy goldfish, you need a 20 to 30 gallon tank. What? Bro, banned. Banned.
Thanks for the doubloon.
Absolutely banned. They poop a lot. Cybernetic organism fish. I said it at the same time! Thank you, Reveal. They were the 5 doubloonies. Wait, they bully each other. Growing up, people just threw them into little fish bowls. You know, they don't survive. But then whenever they free them into the wild, it's like, what is that 20-pound fish right there? How big do goldfish grow? They can reach 10 to 14 inches. A 10 to 14 incher. Oh my god, look at this guy and his big foot. Let me show you. Wait, look at this guy and his big foot. Oh, my bad. Jump scare. Hey, look at his big fish. Oh my god. The sky is so blue. That's a big ass fish. Big fish. No, it's not perspective. That's a big ass fish. Take a look at this absolute unit. Is this Florida? This is from National Geographic. It's trying to make me pay to read it. Oh! I can Google this article, I bet. Or is it pronounced Megalodon? Megalodon? Megalodon! Megalodon fish. Megalodon fish. Megalodon. Tomato. Yeah, same thing. You know what I'm talking about. It's a kaiju. So the Megalodon goldfish is... They found it in Lake Erie. They caught it during a survey. Wait, they can live for decades. Carbogen Terminator fish, classic jelly Hoshiyumi mutant entered the tank. Thank you for the berries. Honestly, if I had a jellyfish, as in a jelly Hoshiyumi fish, you see these jellies? She's gonna start coding. She gonna start coding. Yeah, jellyfish. Not to be confused with jellyfish, but jellyfish. Jerry fish. Look at the size of this unit. Thank you, Lego. Not the Megadon. I mean the Megalodon. Yes, the Megalodon. The dome, Megadon, Dimmadome, Doug Dimmadome? Doug Dimmadome, Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, or the Dimsdale Dimmadome? The massive Doug Dimmadomes. Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Yeah. I think Doug Dimmadome has children. Right? Or am I remembering wrong? Doesn't he have like a kid or something in the show? Duck Dimmadome over the Dimmaduck Dome. The Dimmadome of the Dimdale Dimmadome. Anyways, stop me. Goldfish are banned. Goldfish are banned. Completely banned. There is the chili raspberries. Chat, what do you think? They're not as bright. And they kind of give me innate food urges. So I think I would rather eat them than keep them. They're neat and they're pretty. They look like they taste spicy. My tummy just growled, oh my god. See, the Tetras look similar, but they've got better coloring. But they look fast. They look like they're Lightning McQueen fast. It's not bred for its features. What is it bred for? Yeah, I'm eating a fig bar now. I have a snack. Can I stop thinking about food for 5 minutes? No. Sustenance. It keep me going. I feel like it's neat, but it's also a little suspicious. I think I have to put them there because in a heavily sedated, drunken state, I might pick one out of the water and eat it. It might look like a chili pepper to me. Would the gato not eat it too? Then I would share. I would share this wet, mealy, slimy snack. Technically, I could look into scrimp too. Wait, are guppies easy? Because they're really cute. Are guppies easy? 10-gallon tank? 2 to 3 females per male. Oh my god, he gets all the ladies. Wait, guppies look... They look so cool. Look at them. It's like a gyaru fish. It's a gal fish. They breed a lot and eat their young. Ugh. That's just what girls do. Do not get both sexes. But ladies! Ladies! It looks so cute. And there's a lot of... Wait, there's a lot of... They're kind of like baby betta fish. Like they're short. They're short and a bit more stumpy. There's a lot of different types. Oh, wait, there's actually so many. I'm overwhelmed. Excuse me? Why are there so many different types? Wait, they fight a lot like angelfish? Speaking of angelfish, did I mention my mom tried a saltwater tank venture? Did I mention? You said, oh no. I mean, there's also freshwater angelfish. Yes, the saltwater tank went exponentially worse. It went south so fast that I can barely remember the time frame that she had a saltwater tank. The woman who killed tetras month after month tried to have a saltwater tank. Oh, but she also tried angelfish too. And whoa. Let's just say it didn't last long. I remember it. Her just being like, oh no, come look. And then she'll grab me, take me to where the fish tank is. And she'll be like, look, its fin is ripped. I'm just like, oh no, how did that happen? She's like, I don't know. And then like a couple weeks later, oh no! What is it now, mother? My angelfish died. She spent a lot on fish, and none of them ever lasted very long at all, to be honest. But I think the worst of it is, okay, I have a much younger cousin, and he... Okay, so we watched Finding Nemo together. You might know where this is going. We watched Finding Nemo, and after watching that movie together, he became a lot more interested in the fish. And one day I come home and there's like a bit of a commotion when I get home. And then my mom arrives home shortly after. And we find out together that he went and flushed her fish. Cousin Burr went and flushed the fish. After watching Finding Nemo. Bro. He thought that he was... I think he thought that he was giving them the Nemo experience. Be Sherman. 4-2 Wallaby Way. Be free! Okay, well, he is on the spectrum. But, like, still, he flushed the fish. There was a lot of cases of that because of the movie. Really? Kids flushing fish after Finding Nemo. After the 2003 release of Pixar's Finding Nemo, numerous children flushed their pet fish down the toilet, mistakenly believing they were helping them escape safely to the ocean. Oh my god, and now there's more detail on why flushing fails. Sewage systems featured powerful mechanical pumps that tear solids apart before they ever reach open water with industrial shredders. the sudden shift in water pressure and lack of oxygen causes immediate trauma. Oh no! You could say the fish are now in a shitty place. Has there ever been a case of a fish surviving getting flushed? Oh! They can sometimes live through the pipe journey and end up alive in the sewer system. Oh my god. Well, you know, if I have a child and they're like, "Mommy, can I flush the fish down the toilet?" I have to be like, "No, sweetie. If you do that, you're actually suffocating the fish to death. You're hurting it. And it's gonna go through a bunch of industrial shredders, which will rip your fish to pieces, and then your fish will die. And not just die. It will get tortured, sweetie. Would you like that? Are you that kind of person?" There's this guy that goes fishing in storm drains and stuff. Okay, I've seen those videos. I feel like they're not real. I feel like he places the fish there. Thank you, Cross the 14 Millennials. He didn't pull a Code Geass, did he? Survive! No, you know those videos of like the dudes finding animals and fish in the sewers and the storm drains and all that stuff. He just puts the fish there. He has to just put the fish there. There's no way, right? Boo boo boo. They are a little bit different from the sewers, but are you sure they don't just put the fish in the storm drains? They definitely put the fish in the sewers. I guess when it rains heavily, the fish can get caught in storm drains. But... oh! It's real! Fish can be sometimes found living or trapped in storm drains. This happens when underground drainage connects to local ponds, so they swim upstream during heavy rain. Wait, how often does that happen? What? Wait, I have to go into the niche of people fishing in storm drains now. What? I want to watch those videos on stream, but then I'll get demonetized. They're gonna strike me down. Every high tide. What? That's pretty cool though. I wonder what you catch there. I feel like it's probably carp or something. Like bass and carp. Big bass, big carp. Okay, I went on a tangent, but these guppies, they're pretty cool. I think they're good vibes. I feel like the vibes are very good. Honestly, they look even... Maybe I am a visual fish person. But I mean, if you were picking fish, you would pick the cool looking ones too, right? Chat, am I a bad person for discriminating against the fish based on how they look? Chat, that's just normal human nature. Chat. You got a color you want? There's a lot? Guppy types. Oh. Oh. Fancy tail. I'm a fishist? So what if I'm a fishist? That's normal in 2026. Hi, Duke and Ross. They were 2 millennials. You were too invested in the Venta Black lore I mentioned at the beginning and just came back to fish torture. It's not torture, it's prison. It's prison. You went down the Vanta Black rabbit hole, didn't you? Isn't that funny? That artists can have drama like that. Some fish are just straight up hostile against each other and end up in violence. Violence even in the fish world. Like if you think about it, Da Vinci and Michelangelo, they hated each other. They hated each other. Da Vinci, yeah. You know? Leo Da Vinci. Leo Da Vinci with the Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo. You didn't know that that's cool? Yeah. I think, apparently, what I've read is that, they had a lot of, like, project clashes and stuff to the point where there were public instances of them going at each other. And then they would, like, they would have art showdowns. Art showdowns where they would paint murals against each other. Hello. Hi, Baronov. Oh my god, hi! Welcome in! They secretly had crushes on each other, though. Don't get it twisted. Is this time for your BL fantasy? How often do you think of Rome? And how often do you think of the Roman Empire? Is it more than 3 times a week? Is it once a day? History will remember them as rivals, but I remember them as star-crossed lovers. Every day. All the time, bro. The Roman Empire lives in every male's heart. Every time you watch Cleo, honestly true? Okay, I know you think of the Roman Empire or Rome at least, you know, once a day. But have you ever thought of why? How did fish talk lead to the Roman Empire? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a truth that we don't always talk about, but everything eventually leads to the Roman Empire. All roads lead to Rome. And like if you are one of the few that don't think about the Roman Empire every single day, you're not that special, because I know you. You're probably thinking about the freaking Civil War. Or World War I. Or even World War II. The Romans love fish. We don't introduce why into what makes a man a man. Well, once you start thinking about the why, that's when you get existential crisis. Your degree in military history requires it. Wait, you have a degree in military history? You know what? That explains a lot about your knowledge. That explains a lot about all the things you know. Like, what do you think about it? Are you sitting there thinking about the rise and fall of it? How could this civilization, who essentially attained like global dominance during this time period, how did they crumble? Or are you thinking about the tactical battles during the Roman Empire? Are you thinking about the infrastructure? I need to know why. Because I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm not even trying, but everything somehow relates back to the Roman Empire. Of course you know the answer. You think about horses, you're just like me. Is that like having an art degree? I don't have an art degree, but I did have to take a lot of art history classes. And they were very enjoyable, actually. It was one of the few classes I could pay attention in because despite being terrible at history, for some reason art history is very fun because there was pictures. There was visuals. I'm a visual learner. And also my professor was extremely passionate and very loud and feisty. And I think a part of me was a little bit afraid because she used to teach at Yale, so I was like, oh god, that is a smart, scary little woman. Oh wait, but you're 14 millennials. Also, happy 14 millennials together. And thank you, 10, for the 5 berries. If you like fish and Finding Nemo, I recommend Padak. It's a Korean animated movie about fish. Padak? That it looks traumatized. Dare to survive, swimming to sea. I think the animation style looks pretty cute though. Padak. Why do I feel like you're tricking me though? You hated history. Maybe you need to work on your memory. Maybe you need to, you know, reenact things more in person. Maybe you need to actually be in the history to feel and learn and understand the history. Rome falling is like putting some catfish in a guppy tank. I feel like I don't know enough about catfish to understand how that works with guppies. Aren't they supposed to be peaceful together? All roads lead to the Roman Empire. Are you sure? Because lately I've been thinking about Civil War reenactments. More than the Roman Empire. I guess not today. Today I'm thinking a lot about the Roman Empire. What would be my Roman name? Emberius Amanus. Come on, you can give me a better name than that. Maybe like Embustus. Embustus Amanelius. Because I'd be bustin'. Which side have I been thinking about reenacting? See, I only really think about Civil War reenactments, but maybe I'll start thinking about the Roman Empire. Anus? Stop that! That sounds wrong? Embassen. Emberius would lead 3 legions into Germany and lose them. Emberius would have no sense of geography and lose her entire army. Et tu, Embut? Ave, true to Caesar. Ave. See, I guess if I had kids during, you know, what you do the saying "when in Rome." Well, if I had kids during that time and they pissed me off, I don't think the ladies can do it, but the dads can. They can eradicate their children. Like, just cause. So remember to eat your peas, or I'll have your father take you out back. My principes! You just wanted to reach Ponca who lives in Rome. Oh well, When in Rome. When in Rome. Furplow! Thank you so much for the 10 berries. Ember moves out of Texas. I miss it every day. Actually, that's part of why I cried last night, but that's okay. Texas is still in me. I'm just not in Texas. And presumably to a Yankee state, immediately starts getting intrusive thoughts about reenacting the Civil War. What does it mean? I'm just having a Larry Bird moment. This is like the 3rd time you've talked about having kids this stream. Fish are basically your children! I found out that I function best when I have something to take care of. Whether it be like a plant, so naturally the next step would be a fish. We have cats, we have plants, and now we have fish. Ember, Lost Causa, Amane. That's not that. I don't think that's a very good Roman name. New VTuber who dis? Danjo. You're using more letters and words than you typically do. Oh, just kidding. It's our first time meeting. Nice to meet you. See? Deep in my heart. I wore my boots for walking. Oh my god, I actually hate that song. I don't know who sings it, but you know the song that goes, "These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do." That's all I know. These boots are made for walking. They're gonna walk all over you. The bit Nancy Sinatra. That's like my deep hatred song. Jessica Simpson can sing. She did a cover. Are you sure she can sing? Finally, someone else who hates us like, you get it, Violet. You get it. I freaking hate that song. I freaking hate that song, but it's such a terrible earworm that when someone says the word boots, my brain goes, "These boots are made for walking," and I'm just like, stop it! It's so grating. It's like meant to piss you off. It's meant to invoke violence. Wait, there's a Miss Piggy version. You gotta say shoes around me. You can say boots, but just be careful with how hard you say the B in boots. These boots are made for stomping. Goomba. Goomba gooms. That song is in your head because of... I read that as autism powers and I was like, damn. Autism did that to you? I'm sorry. Also, I didn't know you were autistic. Being a retail worker and hearing the same song over and over must suck. Like, I understand, like, when you go to a cafe and stuff, usually the workers might have some control over the cafe music. I bet if you work at Starbucks, you're kind of forced to listen to the Starbucks cafe music playlist. That has, like, just about the most generic coffee shop music you can... Probably just a lot of Paul McCartney. With the occasional old jazz. Streamer is bullying you. I'm not bullying you. I just thought you had autism. And I treated you differently because I thought you had autism. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just when I thought I got to fall in love with Tennessee. Paul McCartney or the Beatles? You guys keep trying to convince me that the Beatles are an actual band. Amberius sees through your lies and deceit. Japanese supermarket? What did they play there? And tell me it's not Tokyo Drift. Ember Ignitus. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty cool. Silly Billy. The beetles are an order of insects. Nice try, thems are bugs. depressing J-pop. Not a donkey. No, actually, I've never set foot in a Don Quixote. I think, yeah, I've honestly, I've never set foot in one. Am I missing out? I guess if we ever go back, that will be my next experience. It's full of them in Japan. I've been in the convenience stores, but I've never been in a donkey. But I think I've heard the song from the outside. Don Quixote. I feel like people should think about Egypt more though, too. Versus just the Civil War and World Wars and Roman Empire. We should think about the aliens in Egypt. I'm sure they only survived the Bronze Age collapse because of the aliens. It has to be aliens. It's definitely the aliens. Did you say Cleopatra? Yes, it has to be aliens. Why Egypt specifically? I just feel like it deserves a spot on the table. You were with me before the alien connection? Yeah, aliens. That's the ticket. Aliens. They're native to Egypt. You can't call them aliens. I can call them what they want. It's time for them to show themselves. Show yourself! Show yourself! We are alien technology. You might think, oh, Ember, humans built the pyramid and it's okay to think that. I don't know, it looks like a big rock to me. It looks like alien big rock to me. Looks like too good of math to be true. Hashtag serious. True. Wait, how did we go to this from fish? There's a bunch of goldfish on here. I feel like they should all be in the banned category. But this one... I feel like angelfish look like they know a secret, and they just make me think of my mom's dead angelfish. Because she also really loved those too. Just everything's you're hungry with all this fish talk. Fish are friends, not food. Alright. I have some other fish pics on here. What are these called again? Does anyone remember what these are called? This yellow one right here? Do you remember what they're called? Remember, you must. I've seen them in a lot of neon colored tanks. They come in like blue and green and pink and red. What are these called? They're called glow tetra. They're called glowfish. That seems like marketing. Ooh. Wait. These are kind of cool, but they're a bit one note. My Oshi has fish level memory, so pretty good. Because apparently goldfish can remember things for months. I remember you. The glowies. The glowies. Which color do you like? They seem like since they're like a... I don't know, I'm assuming because it's like a tetra type, they're probably easy to take care of. Which one do you like, and why is it the moonrise pink one? Green apple's pretty cool. Reminds me of the green apple candies, or the candies that would look radioactive. But why do they glow? Why do they glow? They have inherited fluorescent protein genes from marine organisms like jellyfish and sea anemones. Anemones, enemy. You got it awfully hot. Coffee pot. Oh my god, get that stim out of my head. And ah! Giant giant cosmic blue. You like? They look pretty nice. Honestly, the electric green looks sick. I kind of feel like they belong in this category. They're the CIA glowy fish. Oh, my other stim, Kokanawara. It's terrible. It's terrible. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. There's another one that's also bad, where if I think about a sentence that starts with I feel or I'm feeling, it immediately my brain just thinks I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. Because I watched a video of like this guy who just makes random ass songs, and he's just there slapping his ass and making music with his like just his body, you know, using his hands and feet, and he's just like I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. It's oh god. Get well soon. I need to. Put me institutionalize me. One man band. Is his name Randy? It's the guy who is singing his "The kombucha did a number on me. The kombucha did a number on me. Like a 1, like a 2, like a 3. The kombucha did a number on me." You know that guy? Apparently. Apparently he I think made... You said that's so familiar. I think he made that song in Teen Titan. How does it go again? Oh, the song in Teen Titans Go, you've probably heard of it, but he's the same guy who made the song called "It Would Be So Awesome. It would be so cool," something like that. It could be so awesome. It would be so cool. You probably have heard it. Maybe, I don't know. For me, the Teen Titans song that I know is the very, very first intro. When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans from their tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans! When there's evil on the attack. That one, yeah, and hi Puffy, I'm Yumi. TEENTITANS, Teen Titans. Let's go! Hi Puffy, Ami Yumi was so good. It was such a cute show. And I remember this song. Hi Puffy, Ami Yumi show. Hi Puffy, Ami Yumi show. Hi Puffy, Ami Yumi show. I love to the nostalgia karaoke. Crazy how they canceled that banger of a show. There's so many shows that I wish still existed. But then I'll find out that a certain series or whatever has like 40 something seasons, and I'm like, ah, okay, well. Why did it get canceled? Why did get canceled? It was canceled after 3 seasons due to a corporate management shakeup at Cartoon Network that led to the departure of the show's creator and executive producer. Oh, so he basically got a new job. Cover of Teen Titans Intro 1. Do a face version. Thank you, Pop Over 2 Berries. I don't think it's as catchy because it'd be like PHAS. Yeah, it doesn't work the way TEENTITANS. PHAS. That spells face connect. Face connect. Let's go. I'm sorry, what? Apparently their band was originally just Puffy, but P. Diddy threatened to sue them. You're kidding. You're kidding. No, the word W is so bad though. You can't be like W. Make a wish. W has too many. Too many syllables for just a letter. And now that I'm realizing that, it upsets me. Dubia? Let's go Dubia. Okay. We have more fish. Oh wait, I didn't put the sparkling... I think these were the sparkling gummies. I think they're pretty cool, but they're not as cool as these other ones. They get good vibes. And then this one goes here. It's a glowy. It's a glowy. Can't say the word puffy around me. Makes me think of puffy nipples. It cannot be helped. Because is Puffy still active? Who is Puffy at this point? I have to pee, beer. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.face-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect.com. You know, I hear my Ember coffee. Real yummy. But yeah, I got beans. And if you want to try my coffee, go to shop.phase-connect. I'm back. Yippee, yippee, yippee. I did my live tweet while I was peeing, but we don't talk about that. What is all this? What is this tax? I did wash my hands. I did. Tadaima. Welcome back from the tweeter. Welcome back, Tweetber. Oh my god, what are these notifications? Thank you. Thank you, Silver. Thank you, Swordflower. Thank you, Pop-Tart. Oh, what the heck? Thank you, Jen, for the 5 berries. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for the 2 berries, Kepada. Thank you, Jiulu. Fish. Tsunami. Fish, water, wave, toilet. Finding Nemo? Super! Holy, thank you, Knight. Thank you, Knight.
Sparkling gouramis are my favorite fish. I had a pair that would sing to each other every night. It's a noise made by shaking super fast, and I had to feed their babies an egg yolk solution because all other food was too big for their tiny mouths.
Wait, that's so freaking cute. I didn't know they had that much personality. What? That's awesome. Also, that's so sweet of you. I can just visualize you with the little egg yolk solution. But what did you feed them normally outside of that? Thank you so much for the 50 berries. Also, you guys had to listen to my coffee ad for a little bit. I hope you enjoyed it because it's real yummy. Thank you, Twirled. And thank you, Silver Joker, for the 10 berries. Joker, baby! Thank you, Citrusy. Thank you, Girth Demon, for... Okay, thank you for the fish. They are famous for their ability to talk. That's so interesting. Wait, but these talking noises? Or whatever I guess they're known as like the singing fish. Why do they do that? Girth Demon, the goat. Stop the glaze. Is there a reason why they make these little like noises? Wait, I want to see if I can find a video to listen to it. The demon strikes again as if it's a regular occurrence. You're like, man, I can't believe the Girth Demon was around here. Thank you, Sile. Hope you wash your hands, Ember. And if I didn't? How would you know, huh? How would you know? Sparkling Grammy noise. Let's see. I'm watching them fight and spar! Why does anyone make noises, really? Well, if you think about it, think about why cats meow. That's so interesting. They sound like frogs. They make these like... like... noises. That's pretty spot on. Oh, my tummy just growled. Awkward. Mari underscore MMA. Do you know how bad I would love to do like a WWE SmackDown event or stream with our 3D bodies? Do you know how bad I would want that? Oh my god, we could... Oh my god. We can start a whole wrestling ring. We have Cleo wrestling. We could wrestle with Cleo, or Cleo could teach us how to wrestle, or Cleo could just eradicate us. It would be awesome. It would be awesome. What would be my finisher? The ass to the grass. It would be so fun. But we gotta start a story. Do you think I'm more of a heel? Wait, do you feel... I feel like... Would we be more of the heel? Would we be more of like... The baby... The face? The heel? I feel like the burger finisher would be good. Wrestling needs a drama. Ember is face, Dizzy is heel. Wait, what do you mean Cleo confirmed Ember's the strongest? What does that mean? What does that mean? This outfit looks perfect for being a WWE diva. Wait, you're right. You're right, Felix. I feel like I'd have to like strap someone down between the thunder thighs and grab 2 pieces of lettuce that's just conveniently there on the edge of the ring and start slapping them. It's the burger finisher! And here she comes! Dizzy's the chopper to jelly. Thanks for the doubloonies! Thank you, Raviel. Thank you,
Invaders would
Abby.
be the NWO.
The invaders would be the freaking New World Order. Wait, who's Hulk Hogan? Who's gonna be? It's Lumi. Lumi has to be Hulk Hogan. She has to be Hulk Hogan. Thank you, Abby. Thank you for the super. And here comes Dizzy with a steel chair for you to sit on. But she's already sitting on the steel chair. You have to sit on Dizzy. Yeah, my finisher would be like, I got beans, bitch. And then I bring out the bag of Faye's coffee beans. Yeah, I think Lumi would be the Hulk Hogan if Invaders was the NWO. Yeah. It fits. It fits. Jelly would use the folding chair. I see it. I definitely see it. Someone get Lumi a bandana. Oh my god, put us in the little jumpsuits with the deep cut necks. Everybody wants to be Rey Mysterio until it's time. Actually, speaking of Rey Mysterio, this is so funny, but I think it was last year when I went on that bachelorette trip. We were hanging out, and there was a dude who had a Rey Mysterio mask on, right? And everybody was loving him. They were like, this guy's the life of the party. And then one of the girls is like, hey, take your mask off. So he's just like, you know, kind of posing. And then he's like slowly trying to aura farm. And then he slowly unzips his mask. Which I'm already like, oh god, don't take the mask off. Why are you taking the mask off? But she's just like, yeah, take the mask off. And he's doing it. Because I guess, I don't know. I guess it's just the life of the party. And he takes off the mask. And you can hear the crowd. And the girl. And everyone just being like, oh! Mind you, this is a completely normal looking dude. But it's like the feeling of like, oh, he's a fake Mysterio. Like you can hear the room, like the group of people just being like, oh. And I wanted to die for him. Like I just wanted to die. A luchador should never take his mask off. I felt like I could feel like, you know, when you can feel the air, the tension, like the aura debt is palpable. Never take the mask off. Never. It was El Grande Americano. Stop. What is that? A Taco Bell order? That's my Taco Bell order. Stop. I think that moment will stick with him for the rest of his life. I had to like just leave afterwards because the cringe was so strong. It's like the same feeling where it's like, all right, go ahead and take that bag off your head. He's like, are you sure? Really? And he takes the bag off and is like, hey, yo, put that bag back on. Oh, put that bag back on. Wrestler or my Taco Bell order? I'm not sure. Could be both. Could be both. Adventure Time reference in the big 26. You know what I'm talking about. Sometimes when I'm prepping myself for something that's a little scary, I'll say to myself, I'll pretend I'm Tree Trunks, and I'll just think to myself, "All right, Ember, you got this. Like, I'm the sexiest adventurer in the world. You got this. I'm the sexiest adventurer in the world. I did it. I did it." It's the canon event. It's like Spider-Man. You can't. It has to happen in every timeline. Sapphire! Hi, how's it going? Thank you so much for that. Super! Mari_El Grande Americano. The new place has been kind to me so far. And the walls aren't crazy thin. Or maybe my neighbors can hear everything. Well, I either have really quiet neighbors, or maybe the walls are like not super thin, or they hear everything that I'm saying. They might hear everything that I'm saying. That's fine. It's not fine. If Eber was a wrestler, she'd be Lita or Randy. But I'm Eber. But I'm Eber. I feel like Lita is such a normal ring name, though, you know? If you can't hear your neighbors, that's generally a very good sign because no one's dead silent. I have heard, like, things, cabinets and stuff opening and closing, I think. Thank you, Mousy. What if they watch your streams? Absolutely not. They would think I'm probably insane. Wait, why do we keep tangenting? Back to the fish. Guys, I'm trying. I'm trying! Alright. Nemo has to go here. Wait, how many types of gouramis are there? And is it only the sparkling ones that make the noise? There's actually quite a few of them. Gourami! I'm making up for lost time with all my tangents. They're a nanofish to large centerpiece species. Oh, they can get large? Get the giant. There's a big one. Big gourami. The giant one grows up to 28 inches and can weigh 20 pounds or more. Oops. Oh, the kissing ones are so cute. Aw, it says they look like they're kissing each other, but actually they're just exerting their territorial rights. So they're fighting. Oh my gosh, it's like BL. The Fujos would love this fish. Probably goldfish do look like they know a secret. Cherry barbs. I've seen this listed for good beginner fish. Do they only... I feel like I'd be obligated to name them Barbara. They do have tiger barbs. The glowfish kind too? Which is kind of crazy to me. But are they easy to take care of? They are striped. Look at these. Bye, Mouse. You have a good one. Look at them. Look at that. It's pretty darn cool. Bluefish tiger barbs. Wait, what does it mean? Why is glowfish illegal? Oh, okay, they're not illegal, but they're restricted in regions like California and Canada and Australia because they are classified as GMOs. What? Genetically modified organisms. I mean, that's not always a bad thing.
But I have made a few cool-looking tropical terrariums for scorpions and lizards over the years. Currently have a 40-gallon tank for a skink I named Lizard Skinner, with climbing vines, live plants and everything.
Holy moly, Arzoras! Wait, that's freaking cool! Thank you so much for the 20 berries! I love little lizards. They remind me of my time growing up in the swamp. They're out here GMOing the fish. Ooh, wait, do all skinks have blue tongues though? No, right? At least the ones I know of have blue tongues. I think my tank will probably be 5 to 10 gallons. Yeah, aren't most tank fish GMOs? Honestly, scorpions are cool, but I think I'd be too scared to handle them. I've been watching stuff about jumping spiders lately, though. They're very cute. They seem to be the universally loved spider. I think tarantulas are really cute too, but lots of little spiky hairs, and those hairs get itchy. They're little spiky bristles. I'll probably do 10 gallons then. It counts as something, Gyler. You hate spiders? Why? Some of them scared the heebie-jeebies out of me, but I find some of them very cute. You're scared of them? What's the worst that could happen? Your flesh just peels off from the spider bite? Yeah, that could happen. That could definitely... I mean... most spider venom is fine. Unless for some reason you find like a brown recluse or like a black widow. Then you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a really bad time. You're gonna experience tissue death. You're gonna experience pain. Yeah, it might be a stretch, but I do feel like jumping spiders are like the dogs of the spider world. Plus, they kill all the annoying flying bugs. The one thing you don't want a spider to do is jump. I actually had a dream about jumping spiders. I had a dream about one last night. I told Dizzy about it. Where I was like, I had a dream that I think I had a pet jumping spider. And I was arguing with someone and they pissed me off. So I was like, go, sick them. And I sicked my jumping spider on them. But because they were scared of spiders, they freaked out. And they accidentally squished my jumping spider. And I was sad. I was very sad. I was so sad. No! I have not seen the movie Eight-Legged Freak. Is that a horror movie? Lost the Pokemon battle. But Pokemon don't die. They just faint and then you go and revive them, right? You thought for a moment I had a dream where my pet spider cheated on me? I'm not gonna rule that possibility out. You know jumping spiders can see in 3D and most can see the UV light spectrum, and they have good memory and can recognize human faces. They also experience REM sleep. They're so curious and smart and so cute. I watch videos where I feel like they do remember human faces because I saw a lady feed one and she would occasionally come visit it. And then we'd come out of hiding and just stare at her. Isn't that so cute? Oh, they're so cute. They could still bite you, of course, but they're so small that I feel like it's not a crazy issue. They look like they have eyelashes. Jumping spiders are smart. Also, they have different colored fangs too, but they only live like 2 years. 1 to 2 years. So that's just setting yourself up for heartbreak every 2 years. Wait, they can't remember faces? I thought they did have a good memory. Like they could recognize routine and stuff like that. Boo! It's going well, doll. Let the lineage continue. Wait, okay, so... Does anyone know what fish this is? What is this? What is this fish? They can remember your faces? You've kept like 30? So... Do jumping spiders remember face? It says yes, they can distinguish features and tell apart. Says there's no definitive proof they could recognize human facial features the way humans do, or pets do, but... They can tell apart different spiders. They can also apparently recognize specific individuals. There's limited proof, basically. But I feel like... I don't know if they can form attachments, per se. But I do feel like there's some semblance of, like, memory. This is a firefish. Okay, I've seen these in the aquariums. Or, I've seen them in the pet stores, actually. This is a... It looks like... Oh my god, nematode. Yippee! Wait, what's the mega spider colony? It's a firefish! It needs 20 gallons! Never mind. Never mind. Never mind! 20 gallons! They also jump! I'm not allowed to have saltwater fish. Chat is of the belief I will kill them! And I probably will. They are infamous for leaping high out of the water. Bruh. Okay. Fish for... We should do it by tank size. Wait. I do like this one. Where is my fish? Where my fish? Oh. Okay, then maybe we do a deep dive on the betta fish. Apparently it's pronounced betta, but I've grown up calling them betta fish, so that doesn't feel right. Does anyone say betta instead of beta? Does anyone call them betta fish? You betta. Beta sounds cooler. I always hear beta. Betta a worse? Betta fish. There's a lot of different kinds. There's a lot. I have never heard anyone call it betta, but I went down like... you know the rabbit hole of people who are very into fish, and there's like the one person who's like, it's pronounced better. Just wanted to let you know, but it's pronounced better. Shut your whorish mouth. I also heard white cloud minnows are good for beginners, but they're not as like, they feel like a filler fish to me. Like a fish I just find out there. They don't interest me as much. I'm being vicious. Thank you, Azores. You should look into getting a kandiru fish. Your dad and all the men in the family will love that fish. A kandiru fish. A vampire fish. This doesn't look real. It says, what do? They swim into the gill cavities of larger fish, erect sharp spines to anchor. Oh my god. Need I say more? It's a dead fish! It's a dead fish! Anyways, if you go swimming, maybe you should think about what could potentially swim up into your, you know, snug as a bug in a rug. Don't say that. Did you hear that crack? That was my neck. My soul and body. Wear a metal cup. Have y'all ever swam and had what is it called again? Like you ever go scuba diving or you ever swim somewhere and suddenly you're next to a triggerfish? Or a leech? No? I've watched videos about it. Okay, but in lakes and fresh water though, what should you be wary of? I don't know if you're swimming in the ocean, you know. Be careful. Be careful of triggerfish. Honestly, I feel like eels aren't that aggressive, but maybe they are. I often hear stories about how it's like you need to be wary of eels. Oh, I watched videos on that night. Thank you so much for the 10 berries about beta sororities. I think that's neat, but I feel like if I just have one fish to take care of, that might be better for me. But honestly, the thought of keeping a sorority, the fact that they're called sororities is adorable. A bunch of female beta fish together. Yeah, I feel like if I have one, it might be more manageable. Because I've never had it before. Although, do different types of beta fish require different... I think I really like beta fish. You know what? You get the instant draft. You get the instant draft. Two, they're supposed to be solo, no? It's the classic first fish. Whenever I see them in pet stores, my savior instinct kicks in, and I'm like, I wanna. If I had a tank for you, I would save you. Apparently, though, they need like a low flow filter so that their fins and stuff don't get tired or damaged. Ah! They're like fighting fish. By the way, have I mentioned my mother loved betta fish? Do you know how many betta fish we've gone through? At this point, it's like, have I mentioned the many fish crimes of my mother? She loved betta fish. Wait, if I forget to feed my fish for a day, will it die? No, your fish will not die if you forget to feed it for a single day. Most healthy adult fish can go several days to a couple of weeks without any food. Not that I would forget. There's a chance I might forget one day. Automatic fish feeders. What do bed fish eat? Wait. Beginner friendly betta fish. I'm built for fish tanks. Just trust me. There's also scrimp. There's shrimp. There's shrimp. Shrimp is also an option. I hear they're easy to take care of. But I feel like fish are fun to watch. Shrimp are only fun to watch if they're raving. And what I mean by that is sometimes when I'm scrolling through my shorts or my feed, I'll occasionally find a live stream of a dude with a bunch of shrimp, and there's just like music playing, and the lights are just flashing like epileptic levels of lights on the shrimp, and it's a shrimp rave. You have a 5-gallon VTuber themed shrimp aquarium. What? Wait, how did you theme it with VTubers? What? It's a prawn party. But it's not prawn. It's scrimp. Epileptic techno scrimp. Supersonic. Electronic. Supersonic electronic. Colors, maybe? Changing the colors of the aquarium? Wait. Honestly, 5 gallons is pretty small. Apparently, you can have dwarf shrimp in 2 to 3 gallons, but 5 to 10 is recommended, it says. Wait, I have had sea monkeys. Those are scrimp? You had a friend who had a 130-gallon saltwater tank with all the fish from Finding Nemo. Are they rich? Oh, sea monkeys are brine shrimp. I had sea monkeys, and then they died. I also had those, I don't know what they're called. Let me see if I could find it. What is it called? They're like these close ecospheres. Oh my gosh. I had something like this. I had something like this. And it had little bits and bobs, and it's supposed to be a self-sustaining ecosystem, and I loved that thing to bits. I loved it to bits. But let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. As you know, a lot of things don't last forever. I had it on my nightstand, and one day it's not my mom this time, but one day I accidentally knocked it over and it broke, and most of the water and all the little living shrimp cascaded out of it and onto the carpet. And since that happened, I never went and got another one because the guilt ate me alive. I had so much guilt. It broke. There were pieces of the ecosphere just shattered across the floor. Maybe you shouldn't have fish after all. It was an accident. An accident. Horrible, just horrible. It was an accident. Supposed to be self-sustaining, they said. How does that even work? How does the oxygen... Let's see. Do they work? Yes, they can survive for months or even years. Commercial or DIY aquatic spheres containing small shrimp typically last 2 to 5 years, rather than indefinitely, as populations naturally decline over time. You're telling me they can't be inbred forever? What? They can't just keep making inbred shrimp babies? Having it on my nightstand was my first mistake. No? Look, in aquarium colonies, dwarf shrimp can be comfortably inbred for many generations without immediate collapse. But apparently it can lead to genetic decline. Listen, I understand no species can be inbred forever. But for science, we can change it! Yeah, apparently inbreeding them too much makes them grow slower and makes them less resilient to stress. See, monkeys are living fish food. Cheap living fish food? What do betta fish eat? Insect larvae? Oh, bloodworms and brine shrimp. I bet feeding them bloodworms looks pretty cool. I was actually thinking of composting, but then I realized I don't have any room. I wanted to do worm composting, but then I would have to buy, I believe, about 1,000 worms. And that's probably like 30 something to 50 something bucks. But would the fish be able to eat the red wigglers? No, not in a fish tank, in a composting tank. Yeah, I need about like 1,000 worms. It's called vermicomposting. I think it'd be neat. I think I would enjoy the sensation of running my hands through the compost with all the worms in it. You have a bucket of red wigglers? How do you like it? I don't actually have a garden large enough to justify the cost of composting and whatnot, but I could probably just buy a bag of compost for cheaper. But the thought of running my hands through 1,000 worms... It sounds like a challenge from Fear Factor. I I think I would survive the obstacle challenges and stuff like that in Fear Factor. But when it comes to like the food challenges in Fear Factor, the ones that taste gross, I would scream. Like, yeah, I would get bit by a snake or two. Maybe you can have like roaches crawling all over me, but like the moment you want me to eat a raw cow brain, no. I've had brain before, it was not good. Ugh. You think Fear Factor was staged? Was it? Do you guys think Fear Factor was staged? I feel like it wasn't staged. And there just was a lot of ethical human right violations just because you signed a waiver away. Like people were actually getting bit and stung by like the snakes and the animals. Went insane. Wait, what did they have to do with the blood pool? Ew! That's so gross. Joe Rogan would never lie to you. Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, we won't talk about gross stuff anymore. We'll go back to the fish. Because, yeah, I went from worms to Fear Factor. Okay, back to the beta fish. You know, I think I kind of like... have y'all watched Severance? Has anyone here seen Severance? If you haven't checked out the show, it's... I would recommend the show. But in Severance, there's a pretty cool visual where Mark, the main character, has a 20-gallon tank. And on one side of the tank, he has a red fish. Red beta fish. And on the other side, there's a blue beta fish. And you know, that's like a very obvious symbolism to like... without spoiling anything... Basically, the main character has essentially an innie and an outie. He clocks into work, and the work version of him is confined to... Basically, the work version of him just remembers working, and then the outie version of him doesn't actually do the work, doesn't remember any of that stuff. That show. So essentially, the red and blue beta fish symbolizes his like innie and outie version. But yeah, people just clock into work, and then you know they call it the innies, and then when they're done with work, they clock out, and it's back to normal life. They just don't remember like working. I guess it depends on your take on it. It's still technically him at the end of the day. I'm not sure I would call it multiple personalities, but it does feel like it. It's like bisecting your memory. I see you've watched the show. Imagine what you do at work you have no idea of. Maybe it's the not knowing that's more comforting for some people. Yep. Bisecting your memory. If you had the option to, would you bisect your memory? So there's like a work you and like a normal you. What if the work you is super efficient? What if you work a really grueling job that's like mentally or emotionally draining? You have to go to work at your aquarium, but you wish you could like... Bye, Alpha! Thank you so much for the 10 berries! You said no. I like my memory straight. It builds character. Different cells. Yeah, but you wouldn't remember any of it, so would you develop schizophrenia? You feel like both halves would be dumber and less motivated? Honestly, I would rather keep my memories, but if it were like a droning office job, then yeah, if the procedure was easy, then I'd be like, you know what? Let her have it. Because if I think about it, maybe I could do double work 2 jobs. So other me gets to go and work 1 job. Then she goes out and I still feel refreshed. And then the Mimi works the other job. You're straight, but your brain is bisexual. Congratulations. I would like to keep my memories so I can remember whether I hate my coworker Donna or not. If I just see her on the street, I'll be like, I know we work at the same place. But I remember what you did, Donna. I remember the deadline you missed, Donna. Severance took me... I think the first time I tried to watch it, I wasn't that interested in it. But I had to just sit down and like give it another try. I prefer shows like Ted Lasso. Honestly, Blackbird's a really good show. At least with bisected memories, you can have a work wife and a home wife. It's not cheating. That's terrible. That's terrible. About microwaving that fish in the lunchroom, Donna? I would be guilty of bringing tuna fish to work, though. It yummy. It yummy. Okay, so... let's see. Let's see. People are saying it's down to the breeding of the beta. Breeder betas are generally on the healthier side. But generally, betas have the same care. Tuna sub backwards is buzzanut. We have to pick the tail types. Wait, which ones? They look so cool. All right. Let me pull up some pictures then. Let's pull up some pictures of betta fish. There's a lot, actually. Thank you so. Thank you for 5 berries. What if the normal you got married to Ember, and the work me got married to Dizzy? You would notice because one would be a lot fatter than the other one. I would be feeding you so well. Be a little tubby. Be a little tubby. And if I found out you had another wife, then I would feed you to the point where you're so fat that I would convince you that no one could possibly love you the way I do. Like, oh, are you feeling self-conscious? It's okay. I still love you. Not everyone else would, but I would. But I would. You can start working from home. La Toxica! No, the food is good. The food is good. Yeah, imagine gaining weight at work but trying to lose weight at home and going mad trying to figure out why it's not working. Such a great show premise. Yeah, because, you know, it would still be very happy. You could never escape me. You could never escape me. Yay! I would make a great yandere. No. No. I would make a great chef. I'm not preparing to eat you. I'm preparing to feed you. Okay, I found a picture of different tail types. That's pretty good. It's a WebP image. I'm gonna scream. Okay, let me screenshot it then. If this stream is prison, I never want to leave. See? Everything is copacetic. Why would you want to leave? We have a fish. Alright, chat. There's a round tail type. That's the first one. Which one do you like the most? Which one do you like the most? Is it placat? That's a short tail middle one. There's delta. There's giant. Wait, they're 3 inches or longer, also known as king beta. You like the baby round tail ones? I feel like the ones people tend to gravitate towards are probably koi beta or the half moon ones. Have y'all seen the koi beta? They look very interesting. Let me see if I can find a picture. The koi beta. They're like a mini koi fish. Once again, it's another WebP image. I think a lot of people like these ones too. Is it placate? Placate? Placated beta? Circumcised in the beta world. The koi schlop betas! People also really like the crown tail, but their fins look very stringy. I fear that it's gonna rip. Speaking of which, have I mentioned? My mother had a crown tail beta. You can guess what happened to it. you can guess. There are koi guppies. Oh, the koi slop. Here we go. Its poor fin got ripped somehow, and I can already hear it being like, "Oh no, come look. Its fin is ripped." Wait, what's the lifespan of a beta fish? 2 to 4 years, but exceptional care means they can live up to 5 years? Oh! Did you know there's pink ones? What type of fish didn't she have? That might be a longer or shorter list, depending. 5, not bad. You're not hitting 5. You don't know that. You don't know that. Maybe if I had it from a baby, it would hit 5. Did you know there's pink ones? There's pink ones. Wait. What color fish? Those ones look like they'd be expensive and I could potentially kill them. I'd probably save that for when I'm very good at it. Holy moly, $90. Listen, I want one of those before and after. Thank you. You're betting on me not even hitting 5 years of the fish? Why bet against me? Why bet against me? These are so pretty, but they're expensive. Okay, look. We can get the before and after fish. Let me find a nice picture. Look at how they transform. Look at how they transform. Okay, this one is a before and after. It's a before and after. Look at that. Okay, wait, but how can you tell when you're buying a fish in those dilapidated conditions at like the pet stores? How can you tell potentially beautiful it would become. How can you tell? Like, this is someone else's before and after. I think they got the fish from the pet store. You don't? Fish gotcha. I guess that's the fun part. Isn't that awesome? Research or gotcha? Plaquette bait. Oh, these are cool. I think these are the fancy ones. These are the circumcised betas. Look at that. You get them because you want to help them, not for their potential aesthetic. Tell that to the people adopting children. You really think people when they peruse the selection of adoptable children, they're gonna pick out the ugly one? Come on now. Bro. The top row is very... It's very Americana. It's giving red, white, blue. You don't like how close the words shop and adopt are? There's a saying somewhere. Listen, I just get the sayings wrong. Don't shop, adopt, right? That's the saying. Like when you go through the orphan catalog, are you picking the saddest looking orphan or are you picking the one that looks the strongest, the prettiest ones? Angelina Jolie, do you think all her kids were adopted because they were pretty? The top row is the French flag, actually. Oh my god. Ça va bien. I think she has like 3 or 4 adopted kids. The sad ones will bring bad vibes to the house. Are you sure they won't be more appreciative? They'd be like, thanks, Mummy. Back in the orphanage, I was never allowed to eat anything but peas and potatoes. Thanks, Mummy. I think you like meet the kids, not flip through an adoption Tinder. I can bet you there is an online database of children I can adopt from. Watch this. No preference. Number of children you would accept. Let's say like 2. Search all states. There's a literal... There is on... It's called adoptuskids.org. You can literally look at children to adopt online. Let's not talk about any databases with children. Stop! I just typed in kids adopt list. See? Not bad. We have, you can even filter it by age and gender. So, yeah, you can shop to adopt, okay? You can shop to adopt. Ember, focus on your fish. Yeah. Yeah, wait, sorry. I can't stop scrolling through the list of adoptable children. That is not a 13-year-old. Oh my god, why does this 13-year-old look... Anyways. That is not... Oh my god. That looks like a grown woman. Some of these photos are terrible. It's like they don't want the child to get adopted at all. That's terrible. Poor genetics. These are pretty cool. But do you think I'd have more fun looking at the fins that kind of do the swish, swish, swish in the water? Like the crown tail betas? Or the... Oh, those are pretty darn cool. Honestly, the half moon ones. Oh wait, Dumbo ear betas? The Dumbo ear ones are so cute. Wait, they're so cute. Is that why they're called Dumbo ear? Because they have little... Oh my goodness, that's really cute. I kind of like it. They're really cute. It looks like they've got frills. It's like ribbons. That is so cute. That's an excellent photo. The one I have is probably not gonna look like that. I wouldn't mind a sorority of these. Oh, I should focus on one fish at a time. There's an example of another one. How cute! Bye, Zodi, have a good one! Dumbo ear beta cost. Please don't be expensive. Please don't be expensive. They cost between $15 to $60. And if you get them at the pet store, they probably start... The female ones are like $12. And then the male ones... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's like a store for rare beta fish. These are definitely... These are like the monsteras of the fish world. People definitely breed them for aesthetics and looks. What happens if the fish dies in shipping though? Wait, but the veil tail ones look cool too! Honestly, all of them look cool. Okay, you know what? We've decided we don't know exactly what fish yet, but we can go with a beta fish. And now we have to research the tank. We have to research the other ones. Aww. Here we go. Probably needs a bigger tank than this, but that's okay. Temporary prison. Best tank for a beta fish. Wait, more importantly, how to train a pet fish. I think the veil-tail ones look super cool. Very interesting how like the tails split. They're your favorite? If I have a bathtub, I have a tank. You're right. You can train a pet fish by using positive reinforcement and operant conditioning. By pairing a signal, such as a flashlight beam, a colored target stick, or your finger with a high-value food reward like bloodworms, they can learn to follow your finger, swim through hoops, or jump out of the water. Oh my gosh. Wait, what do you mean the bathtub carp? Wait, that's an Eastern European thing. Wait, how many of y'all have had carps in the bathtub growing up? Huh? on. I know at least one of you. At least one of you. The Christmas carp in the bathtub. Any Europeans in chat with a carp in their tub? Okay, so it says 5 to 10 gallons for a betta fish. Are there... Do I have to go all the way to 10? Is there an in-between? How much easier is it to have a 10-gallon tank versus a 5-gallon tank? Ten if you want a good ecosystem. They're territorial, so at least 10. The only con of a 10-gallon is because it just requires more space, but apparently it has the most stable water chemistry. Gallon tank size. I need a picture of what this looks like. It's not that crazy, actually. Like, it's not that crazy. Thanks for the doubloonies.
Get the bigger tank.
How big? Excuse you, Anon? Holy. What in tar night? Wait, how big? Goldfish! Ah! Holy freak. Thank you so much for the golden doubloonies. Would you like naming rights for the fish? Does the type of tank matter? Like, you know how there's quality differences? Does the type of, like, can I just get a used $15 tank? Or are there tanks with better features or better? I don't even know. What as the tanks get more expensive, is it like the glass is more clear? It's thinner? I don't know. It holds the temperature better? How important is that? Can I just put it in an old electricity use tank? Thank you so much, Anon. My tummy's growling. Use the 5-gallon soy sauce bucket as a tank. I've seen people make tanks out of anything. I want a 10-gallon tank. I want a 10-gallon tank, but apparently... Apparently, a rectangle one is standard because they need more horizontal swimming space. Ooh. Yes, I'm working on the fish creation. How is lumberjacking? You be jacking that lumber? Rectangle is optimal. Okay. Rectangle, 10-gallon rectangle fish tank. Okay, there's ones that are like $15. There's ones that are like $20. What do you mean pause? Wait, I I have cats, so do I have to close the top? Wait, wait. They have cats. Thank you, Twirled. I need one with a lid. This one doesn't come with a lid. I need one with RGB lighting. That's so cute. I found out recently that fish actually sleep in beds. Super!
They are pretty cool. Rose emoji.
They're pretty cool. Thank you so much, Whoosh, for the 20 berries. Yeah, I found out not too long ago. I mean, of course I watched Finding Nemo, but like... They sleep. They sleep on little rest areas. It looks like they're dead, but they're actually sleeping. Biocycled and filter. Okay, how long do I need to set up tank for? Ask mom if she has any leftover fish tanks. Definitely not. You need to set up and cycle your tank for 2 to 6 weeks before adding your fish. 2 to 6 weeks? This allows beneficial bacteria to grow, which breaks down toxic fish waste. Just filling the tank with water and letting it run for 24 hours only warms the water and checks for leaks. 2 to 6 weeks. Day 1, fill tank, add. We need water conditioner to remove chlorine. And then we need the heater. What? With lid, $95 to $245 USD. Oh! Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for 31 millennials. Ah! They are pretty cool, though. We need liquid ammonia. We need bottled bacteria starter. Testing the water later because it needs to show 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites. Nitrates, Oh, God. Okay. Okay, we need test kits. We need test kits. Okay, and then you put some food in the tanks? Local fire girl discovers that fish are expensive and time-consuming. Ganbare Ember. My wildfire kindling. Happy 37 millennials. No, this is making me realize exactly why my mother killed every single fish she had. Well, you know, I don't have problems dealing with the PPH and stuff for plants and mixing the nutrients for it. Freaking we gotta test the pH levels, we gotta test the water, we gotta test. I think I gave my mom my freaking fancy digital honestly, yeah, I think I did give it to her. But then you have to keep it moist for like the pH pens and all that. Ah! Ah! I even had a conductivity pen. Pop-Tart, thank you for the 5 serious. It's funny. I love marine life, but I also have thalassophobia. You know, I don't have thalassophobia, but I really do like looking at things that trigger that in people. Like anything that triggers thalassophobia, I really like looking at it. Oh, okay. I guess our next step would be to eventually start the cycling for the tank, because it takes like 2 to 6 weeks, and then oh my god, this one with the lid. Why do the aquariums with the lids cost so much more? They quadruple in price. Is really having a lid that much more expensive? What? A fit tank is like 18 bucks. The one with the lid is like 60 something dollars. What? Because it's built? No, clearly there's a lid shortage. Is it better to get an all-in-one type of thing, or is it better to have a individual heater? Lights are expensive. And then I need live plants, because the plastic plants will probably wreck the beta's tail. There's so much. There's so much. Honestly, getting it separate is better. So then we need a separate heater. Oh god. This tank is $100. It comes with LED. Ain't nothing cheap nowadays. Alright, Facebook Marketplace. Give me your eBay. Wherever. Craigslist. Give me your best fish tanks. Maybe I should get a lizard instead. I like fit. Honestly, lizards are cool too. Lizards are cool. Lizards are cool. A pet cactus? You're right. All-in-one kits. You know what? That's great. I bet there's a lot of people who try to get rid of their fish tanks. You know what? Everything is going to go well. And then we'll even get into the realm of aquascaping. Soon I'll be like a pro. And then we'll have fish. It'll be so good. It'll be awesome. I've seen people create crazy looking tanks for their fish. You know what? I'm creative. I can do it. I think I really enjoy aquascaping. I think so too. Wait, but what goes well with betta fish? Someone mentioned snails, but don't snails get out of hand quickly? Bearded dragons are very cute. My friend, she has one. A mystery snail? Mystery snail? You can get snails that eat snails, but then what do you do about the snails that eat snails when they start multiplying? Do you get other snails that eat the snails that eat the snails? What? Okay. Some breed really fast and asexually? Wish that were me. Oh, to be. Oh, to reproduce. Like a starfish. Get the salt! Don't salt me. I have a lot to live for. Like what I'm gonna eat next. Maybe that's the note I should lead you guys on. Okay, well, I'm gonna research 10-gallon tanks. And then eventually we can get into... we can get into... I don't know, like the filters, the heaters, the... Just how big... Gallons. The gallons. I'll report back with my research. Zebra and nerite snails. They can only reproduce in saltwater, so they can't breed in freshwater tanks. Is the snail there for the vibes? I feel like I would accidentally kill it. Thanks for the doubloonies!
Thanks for the stream member. The 5-year plan to build the fish utopia will succeed.
Thank you for the 5 doubloonies! Oh, thank you, Surflow! You know, I have been talking about fish for a while now. I'm kind of excited. Wait, can I have a crab with my beta fish? It says it's a bad idea. It says it's a bad idea. Oh, thank you for the 50 doubloonies! I love you. Thank you so much. The comment from Anon still echoes in my mind. Get the bigger tank. But how big? Thank you, Silver.
The maxing will continue until morale improves. All the best, Imbug.
I can't wait for when I get a fit, and then we get to pick its name together. But I kind of have an idea of what I am invoking with that. Thank you, Silver, for the 10 doubloonies. Okay, I must eat now. Finish more work, go eat, and then I will take a walk. I need to get 10,000 steps today because it's a community day in Pikmin. Will I be doing a fish camp? If I can get it set up, that'd be really nice. If not, then I'll just record videos and send pics. It'll be a couple weeks until we can get a tank and all that started anyways. I don't even have a couch. I don't even have a couch. Yeah. I'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'll see you next week. Probably like Tuesday. Bye-bye. 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 Peace out, Girl Scout.